Hey y'all, Leanne Small Town Stitches, and I'm back. Today is March 28th. Yes, I totally had to look at it, and we're going to talk some stitching. So if you're new here, welcome. This is a channel we talk about cross stitch and life sometimes. So if you're not into that, sorry. So let's talk briefly. Everybody's talking briefly because it's something that's affecting literally everyone, not only in the US, but quite literally around the world. So we're going to talk COVID-19 for a second. Bear with me, or the coronavirus. I'm not sure where you live. I live in Michigan, and we do have a shelter-in-place order, meaning you are not supposed to be out of essentially your yard, your home, unless you are considered an essential employee, or going to the grocery store, the pharmacy. That's pretty much it. There is no going to the parks. There's not supposed to be, let's put it that way. There's no going and hanging out with people. So basically, if you don't live with them, you're not supposed to be hanging out with them, essentially. I have so many people that are laid off right now or working from home right now. I have to work every day. I'm a nurse. I'm not hands-on anymore. I thank God every day that I don't have to work in the ER anymore. But I work in an office. So I'm still at risk because I work with a bunch of nurse practitioners who go out to patients' homes and then come into my office, or other home care workers or hospice workers that are coming in. So we have people coming in and out who are possibly exposed and exposing other people all day long. Why we aren't working from home, that's a good question. I'm not sure, but we're not allowed to yet. So it's just frustrating. And I watched something on Michelle, her video, and she talked about it in her stitch with me, and I can 1,000,000% relate, because I find myself being very angry too if people are out and they don't need to be. But like she said, they may consider it essential still. Now, not everybody, I think, that is out. I had a disagreement the other day with a friend of ours who had a bonfire and had people over, and I wanted to be like, as your friend, I'm bummed I didn't get an invite, but as a nurse, this shouldn't be happening. Like, come on now. And I'm struggling mentally. Like, I'm so thankful I have a job. I'm so thankful I'm not laid off. There's not a difference in my paycheck. It's still coming in. I'm still working, but I'm really struggling and finding myself being bitter almost to those who are home and can hunker down, because that's what I want to do. I just want to hide in my house with my family too, but I'm not able to. So I'm really struggling with, and I've been distancing myself a little bit on social media. It's not so much on Instagram, mostly on Facebook. For my sanity, I need to, because I don't want to end up out of bitterness saying something, So that's all we're going to talk about COVID, okay? Wash your hands, clean your house, stay away from people. Let's try to, follow this stuff so we can try to get rid of this so we can get back on track. Okay, that's it. End of life. So work's been insane. It has been insane this week. The amount of tension in the office because of the stress in the office has been ridiculous. Like, it's Saturday. I don't have to work today and tomorrow, and I'm so thankful. So thankful. So this morning I've already cleaned my bathroom, started my laundry, pulled out meat out of the freezer. We're gonna make chili for dinner because it's cold and raining here in Michigan. We're gonna make some chocolate chip cookies, my daughter and I, today, because she's been begging me, and doing some stitching. And yes, I'm hanging out with my family. The whole staying in your house that much effect on me because I am an introvert unless I really know you, and then I have a tendency to not shut up. But I go to work, I come home, I go to the grocery store once every 2 weeks usually, and I just stay home, so it doesn't really affect me that way. So let's talk stitching now that I've ranted on, okay? So I've been doing things a little bit different. I bought a planner like this, a little one that I've been taking back and forth to work. I don't take stitching anymore to work. There's a big long story about that. I used to do it when I had nothing to do. Not only is that gone because of the amount of traffic or like the workload right now, but I had a bunch of nurse practitioners that would come in my office and complain. So my boss said something to me, even though I literally had nothing to do. Like, I'm not one to slough off on my work, but I don't complain to them when they're supposed to be starting work, seeing patients at 8 o'clock and they don't have anything till noon. But I'm not that person. I'm not going to start that war. So I still like this, but I don't get to carry projects back and forth to work anymore. So what I've decided to do instead, and I like this to track, and then I put it in my master one at the end, which I've shown you guys a million times. So I do something like this. This is my weekly stitch count. I'll do my monthly count down here. And then I just, depending on, I don't put the project name, I just put how many stitches I've done each day on each day. And then in this section, I'll write the project and how many stitches I do to track it that way. I already have April ready to go. I've had to make some tweaks in my April acrostic because I don't stitch anymore at work. But, so yeah, we're gonna talk stitching. Now I know there's still, see, rest of today, there's still a couple more days left. I find Saturdays are my best filming days when I won't film Monday, I won't film Tuesday, I work those days. So, there'll be a little bit more progress, especially because I'm off this weekend. I'm off every weekend, but yeah. So I've been talking to my dad a lot. My dad works for a company who builds circuit boards that run ventilators and stuff like that. So he's absolutely working because they're essential right now. But my poor dad is on call every night, every weekend, always. And I am very blessed with never having to be on call nights or weekends. So, all right, so let's talk stitching. So March's acrostic, I wrote notes, so that's what I'm looking at, sorry. March's acrostic was measure time. I didn't complete my acrostic for the first time ever. Sorry. And it won't be completed by the end of the month. It's just how it is. That's why I made some changes for the next month. So anyways, let's start with M. I did Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. I did that for M because it's monochromatic. This is this piece. I like the way I've been doing it, so you're already seeing a picture of where this piece was last time. It's stitched with Otter Creek Gentle Art floss on a piece of 18 count Aida from Color and Cotton that I didn't write down anything on. So here it is now. So I filled in, let's do this. I filled in between these blocks. I worked down and then I did this. So the goal was 1200 and I did 1223. So this is as wide as this piece will be. I'm almost, this will probably be finished, well, it may not be finished next month anymore, but, and then I got 3 more pages on the bottom. This is a 6-page piece, so I love that piece. This will be framed and probably downstairs in our family room when it's completed. Next, we're going to do Frozen by Donna Stitch. Again, it's on an 18 count Aida. This is just a white Aida. Goal was 1200. Shocking. I did 2,147 because, y'all, as you're already seeing a picture of it, I wanted a page finish and I got myself a page finish. This is where this piece is now. I'm still doing Stitch from Stash. I'm not sure if I'm just going to claim the overall credit for this or claim a page finish for that one, but I got myself a page finish. So the top row's done. I want to say there's 2 more pages on this row, and then I think then the bottom. It's going to be playing close because I gave myself a ton of room at the top and didn't quite center it, but I'll be able to make it work. I told my daughter she can pick the next piece for her room, and she's back and forth. I want to say it's between Aladdin and I don't remember the other one. It was Aladdin and something, but I don't remember what the other one was. I want to do Merida just because I love that movie. Maybe I can convince her to watch that today. I love the movie Brave. All right, next is the Lord's Prayer. I'll show you where this was last time. Of course, the goal was 1,200. I did 1,200. I didn't get as much done on this, but I knew I was getting towards the end, so to speak, and I was trying to get other things done. So I just got some more wording done on this piece. Again, it's stitched on a piece of 18 count from Color and Cotton that I, of course, didn't write down because I'm super smart like that sometimes. I love Color and Cotton fabric. I love her neutrals. I'm starting to find out I'm more of a neutral person unless I have something in mind particularly. So I color converted it. This is a piece by Design Works. It was a kit that I found. This is being stitched for my parents. I color converted it to the purple is Bellflower by Color and Cotton. And the grays are Goblin Gray and what was the other one? Goblin Gray and Haunted Lagoon by Victorian Motto. Okay. Next was my new start. So it was my birthday on March 16th. And I wanted to do, Susanna and I were going to do a sale together. We both had the same piece that we were going to start. And the hashtag was Leanne's Birthday Sale 2020 on Instagram. And I just told people, just start something that you've wanted to start for a long time and haven't. No one participated in it besides the 2 of us, but whatever. So we did. We were both stitching the exact same piece, same color conversion. And I picked her fabric and I love her fabric and I'm super jealous. So go check her video out. I don't think she's posted hers yet. This is in my bag I bought from Delicious Threads. So this was a new birthday style start and I got 1,362 stitches on it out of my goal that was 1,200. Okay. So if you're wondering what it is, because I'm sitting here talking, it is Glendon Place's Monster March. And I am doing this color conversion down here, the darker one, which only calls for 3 colors of DMC, really. So I have a problem when I start things with leaving things in the middle of it. That's why, like, for the Lord's Prayer, I wanted to finish those lines, but I wasn't able to. That's just me. I have a hard time with leaving something in the middle of it. So this is a new start, and this is where it is now. That's as wide as it's going to be. I should have started it farther up, but I didn't realize it. It's on a piece of gray tan. That's what it's called. I think it was called Gray Tan 2 by To Die For Fabrics. I'll bring it closer. I got the first person done and I started on the border. Susanna took the black and did like almost the entire border all the way through the piece. I get bored of borders, so I have to break it up. So that's mine. Hers is on, is it I don't remember what it's called. It's from Picture This Plus. I picked it out and I'm super jealous. And I showed my husband it and he's like, I really like that. Why didn't you pick that color? And I was like, because I was trying to save money. Turd. So that's that one. We'll continue to work on that. Next was a Christmas Quaker. This is also one I'm doing with Susanna. Looks like this. It's from Bygone Stitches. I ended up getting 1,560 on this piece. I've tweaked a lot of things. Again, I have a problem with leaving things in the middle. It's stitched on 18 count Heartland Ada by Picture This Plus. I actually bought it myself. I'm doing the same colors, but I'm doing the same kind of colors, but not the ones that are charted. So I'm using Victorian Motto color and cotton, and the brown is from Dying for Cross Stitch. So this is where it was last time, and here I am now. I love the floss from To Die For fabrics, truly, but y'all, it's insane. It's so hard to get floss from her because she has a limit on fabric, but not on floss. So people will go and buy like 7 and she only makes so many and then you just don't get them. So it's very hard to get floss from her, and it's great floss though. So yeah, I could have been done like way at the top of this, but I have a really hard time with leaving stuff in the middle when it comes to motifs. So I love this. I love the way it's turning out. All right, next, it's my first full coverage of my bunch. It is Halloween Quaker. I'll just insert a picture of Halloween Quaker up here in color. I'm doing the mini version. It's by Heaven and Earth. It's a Donna Gelsinger design. And then I'm going to put a picture of where this was last time. This piece actually got 1,887 stitches. I got a lot done. I was pushing for a page finish. I didn't get a page finish. I had to move on to the next design or next piece. So it'll get a page finish next month. But here it is now. So exciting, y'all. So if you've watched my videos for any amount of time, I've said this before. I originally started the original and then I started the mini and then I stopped both of them, but I did it on gridded fabric and I don't like gridded fabric. I'd prefer to just do it on my own. I tea dyed it or coffee dyed it just lightly. So it wasn't so white. So I don't remember, is this the end of a page? Let me look real fast. I'm sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to find my thing. It's not, there's one more row. So I'll finish this next month. This will be a page finish next month for me. But I love how it's turning out. I can't wait to stitch it for my husband. I'm like torn on wanting to have it be a surprise for him and show him at the same time. So far I've held out. We'll see how long that lasts. So, but this is my first full coverage that I'm working on. Put that away. I went back to using hoops. I love it so much more than Q-stamps for those. Okay, next in line is Halloween Quaker. I'm going to insert a picture of Halloween Quaker where it was last time, right here. For those who don't know, it's a piece by Lala Studios. I've been working on this. I kind of work on my same pieces every month until I finish them, but this is Halloween Quaker. I am doing this in the called for fabrics. I have no idea what's going on downstairs right now. This is my piece I'm working on right now, so it doesn't have a lot of progress from the one you just saw, except I did 276 stitches this morning, as my daughter and I were just being lazy until I decided to start getting everything done I needed to be done. So this is all I've done so far. It's just a little box. This will get 1,200 stitches this month though. So I'm almost done with the last piece on the top, and then we're gonna start the bottom, which is that big section that you see at the bottom. So this needs to get set aside because it's going back downstairs so I can work on it. All right, other full coverage. Let's talk Halloween Night by Tilton Crafts, which is this piece. I'm gonna insert a picture of where this was last time right now. I have page finish number 2. I did a page finish, y'all. I love the way this is turning out. I will be claiming this from Stitch from Stash. Here it is. Ready? Okay. I love this piece. It's nice because this is so dark, and then like you have the firefighter one that is more reds and browns and stuff, and this is all dark, so there's quite a bit of contrast. I love my full coverages. I'm finding I love full coverage, but I like to break them up. I can't do them like back to back. So 2 pages complete. I love this piece. So all right, next in line was my 2020 linen and thread sampler. I haven't done that, so we're gonna skip it. And then we're gonna do my ink circles, which is this piece. I believe the translation was Circus of Circles, but that's this piece. I'm doing mine on a piece of from To Die For Fabrics with DMC 550. This ended up getting 1,435 because, again, I don't like to leave things. Here it is now. Yes, this is page 3 that I'm working on right now. Just started page 3, so I love this piece. So that credit goes to Michelle Benny for helping me. I love Michelle. And then I didn't get to the 2017 sampler, so we'll have to see if, so the goal for the rest of this month is the couple days left. I'm gonna try and finish Halloween Quaker and put 1,200 in that one. And then it's either, do I work on the 2020 sampler or do I work on the 2017 sampler? It'll be one of them. So, total this month, I've done 12,165 stitches as of last night, not including the stuff I've done today. So my stitch count is down, but it's not horrible. So it's still more than a lot of people, just not as much as I was able to do last month. So I'm also participating in the 20 and 20 by Full Coverage Fanatics, which I am using my Tilton Craft piece on. I keep track of it. So the goal is to stitch 20,000 stitches on one particular full coverage piece in 2020. So I'm just keeping track of it kind of right here. I wrote it down, so I haven't added March yet. So far, including March, for this, I'm at 4,515. So I don't know how that equals it out to 20 and 20, but we'll see, right? Okay. So for my April acrostic, there's only 10 of them. It is Sun and Shadow. So let's see what's sitting out. Ink Circles is sitting out. Is that my only one? Yeah. Ink Circles is gonna sit out for right now. Now, if I have more time, then it'll absolutely get work done. I also am cutting back my acrostic from the 1,200 to 480, except on my full coverages. Those will still get 1,200 a piece. I'm gonna hit the 480 goal. I'm gonna move on to the next project. If I have more time, I'll come back and give them like each an additional day or something like that. I'd like to hit 600 on each one and move on. So that is a personal goal of mine. But yeah, when I give myself goals, like with this acrostic, when I don't complete them, I beat myself up over them. I know it's just cross stitch, but that's just me. So I tweaked my goals to fit this. Plus I want to start getting my garden and stuff in eventually, so I will be working on that as well. Yeah, okay. moving on. Let's talk, shoot, which one was this for? Do you love when you don't label your stuff and you find random stuff? But this has to be, this is, crap. This is Halloween. The $9.39 being almost empty was all I needed to see on that. So for birthday purchases, I didn't purchase anything for my birthday, and then it was in the middle of this whole pandemic, so my birthday was crap, basically. I was at work and all this stuff was going on. But Susanna bought me some new highlighters that I can use. I'm super excited and stoked for those. And then she also bought me a pair of scissors as I dropped them. But, so I have a new pair of scissors to use too. Thanks, Suze. I've already told you that a bunch. Let's talk some haul purchases. I don't have a lot because I didn't buy a lot, really. I'm still doing great on my Stitch from Stash budget. I'm not in the red. I haven't even added the other stuff up yet though. So the end of last month, I ended up buying one more thing because she was closing it out and I was like, not without me buying one, you're not. But it is the Moral Compass by Bendy Stitchy Designs. I printed it in black and white. Don't take it offense, Michelle. I probably will be doing my own color conversion on it because A, that's what I do on almost everything, so I don't have to buy certain flosses, and that's just me. So I bought some Victorian Motto because I have a goal. I want to do the twisted band sampler. No, rainbow band sampler, whatever it's called. I'll put a picture right here. But I want to completely do it different. I don't like those colors. That's just me. I'm thinking like a mottled white gray fabric with dark colors. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I bought. This is going to be mine that I came up with. I pulled a different gray out too. I don't know what order I'm going to do them in, but this is going to be mine that I'm going to do. I'm stoked. I can't wait. So I have Dark Chocolate, Glory of Ireland, Tombstone, Old Mahogany, Flow Blue Dark, and Orchid. They're all kind of like one solid color, except for the Flow Blue Dark is, if you can see, it's slightly variegated. There you go. So my goal is to get the fabric for this soon, but this is gonna be my version, and I'm so excited. Next I joined the, because I have a problem. I joined the words. There's just so much going on in my head right now, I can't even think. The Color of the Month Club, basically, from Trish at Threads Entwined. So we had this month, I'm gonna take them off the thing right now. This past one was green that we got this month. Actually, I think it came on my birthday. Yeah, it did. It was like my happy birthday thing. It came on my birthday. So this month was green, and they're all different. So it's a combination of Weeks, Gast, and Color, Classic Colorworks. So this is what we got this month. There are 3, 6, 9. I'm probably gonna have to stop this video in a minute. I can hear my daughter coming upstairs. Do I know my kid or do I know my kid? I knew she was coming. Okay, so the 3 weeks that came are Bullfrog, Blue Spruce, and Cactus. Those are the 3 greens from Weeks that came. Oh, that's cool. There's 3 of each. So the 3 from Classic Colorworks are Irish Ivy, frog's legs and spinach. Spinach is used a lot. Am I using frog? I think I'm using frog's legs in Halloween Quaker. It actually is, I think, charted for it. So those are those three. And then the Gentle Arts are Green with Envy, Dried Thyme, and Cucumber. So I like them because doing it this way, I like kind of getting them all at once, and you get a variation. It's not just one brand. So that was my color of the month from that. All right, let's talk dyeing for cross stitch. So we got our fabric of the month in, which was a green for March, very fitting because it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm born the day before St. Patrick's Day anyway, so. I get an 18 count Aida. Shocker. I know, you're all super shocked. Try to contain it. That's what that is. I don't stitch a lot on green, but I really liked this one because it's subtle. It's subtle. I don't know how else to say it. I did get a couple of other things from her. This is, I think, from besides the Victorian model, where all of my actual budget came from for this month because clubs aren't included. So I'll show you those. I actually stocked it and to get some, which is what you pretty much have to do. I didn't remember this being purple, but I don't want to complain, but purple is not usually a color I gravitate towards personally. But it's a 17 by 28. Of course, it's 18 count. I'm just going to open it like this, but it looks like this. It's really pretty. I don't know what I'll put on it, but I'll put something on it. I thought it was like more gray, which, duh, I would do, because gray is my favorite color. I'm not lying, gray is literally my favorite color. And then I bought some floss from her. I wanted to make sure I could do something with it and had enough, like if I decided to do a small like long dog or another ink circles or something like that. And so I had to buy 2, 3, 4, 5 little ones and 1 big one. I'm just gonna show you, but this is the colors. It's the same thing. So that's it. I love it. So this is the up close. It may be easier to see on here. It's the same thing, but one's bigger than the other. I really like her stuff. Again, I'm using her brown for a Quaker Christmas. That's the only stitchy stash that I bought. Notice I said stitchy stash. Guess what I started making? You may have known if you follow me on Instagram. Was it last week? Last week, something like that. Project bags. I started. I made 2. I started making a 3rd, and then my machine jammed. So everyone that I keep saying said you messed with your tension. It must have been your certain thread. I made 2 bags and then it started. But every time I sew, I'll do like a stitch and the needle will jam. So I have to take it apart, fix it all. I don't know what the problem is. I finished a bag, started another one, sewed the whole front of one, and started trying to do the back. Like I hadn't changed anything, nothing, and it started. It can't be my tension. I didn't touch anything. So I'm trying to figure that out. So this is the bag that I made for me. They're not perfect. This is one I made for me. I liked the pop of green at the top. In the back, and the inside is the same as the outside, so it's just black inside. Started making some for Susanna too. This is one of hers. She likes purple. I'm not a big purple fan. It turned out great though. The inside, again, it's the same as the outside. And I use the fusible fleece interfacing because I like the structure it gives to the bags a little bit. I will show you what I was trying to work on. when all this happened. I still have it pinned. A big bag, because I was gonna do one for my full coverage. So it's gray, and then I'll just, I don't wanna unpin it, but the zipper's this color, and then this is what the outside. I love it. I have enough to make, so if anyone was like interested, I have enough to make, and it's already cut out for another big bag. And I don't remember I wrote the measurements down, but I didn't save them. I'd love to eventually make some for people if they want, sell them, but. And then I made Susanna a big bag. Well, I cut Susanna out a big bag. This is totally up Michelle's Bendy's alley. I think, did I cut up another? I did cut another bag, so I could make one of these too. But this is this, and it is Darth, one of the stormtroopers. Like that. And then she wanted a pop-a color, so she picked her zipper, which is going to be this one. So I have those ready to go. I have a ton more fabric to cut out of hers to make bags for. I bought, to help me, because it was not easy to do it because you can't see underneath. I bought myself a ruler and a rotary cutter, so it'll be easier to cut. Haven't touched them yet because every time I think about it with my sewing machine, I get angry. That's the best way to say it, angry. I also stopped at, when I was at Walmart last week, picked up a couple fat quarters, because even the big bags, you can still use a fat quarter to make some stuff out of. So I didn't know if I wanted to use this as the inside fabric or the accent color for the other bag that was going to look like my big bag. So I just grabbed 2 pinks. I am in love with this kind of fabric, so I grabbed all that they had of the 4, which just looks like a model black, like sky. Love this. It'll probably be the most of my pieces. And then I am a religious person. I go to church and stuff like that, especially this last year. I grew up Catholic. I'm not Catholic anymore. But yeah. So anyways, I bought these. Looks like that. This will be just a bag for me. So bought those. Those fabrics. I have a ton of other fabrics from Susanna. These are all hers too. Yeah. So that's all the fabric that I bought. I get to put all this away later. Let's talk about, is it Stitch and Be Well or Be Well and Stitch? Be Well and Stitch, I think. I got a couple patterns off that. It's a tag on Instagram, hashtag Be Well and Stitch. And they're free patterns for people, and they're just encouraging, you know, for people's sanity's sake, because a lot of people are stuck at home stitching. I would love to be stuck at home stitching, but I'm not. So I just got a couple. This one is from Needle Made Designs. It's kind of chopped out, but I'll show it because it's Wash Your Hands. I am going to stitch this, and it's going to hang in my bathroom downstairs, maybe upstairs too. And you know what it would look great in? This for the floss that I just bought. Yes, ma'am. So that's Wash Your Hands. This one was from, seriously, I didn't write it down. Little Stitch Girl. I just printed the black and white. I'll try to insert a picture of it. It's super cute, of that one. And I have just Tiny Modern Nest Home Stitch Home. Again, you can look up the hashtag Be Well and Stitch on Instagram. I wanted to say Facebook, and you will find a million. Maybe not that many, but there's quite a few. So I think that's it for me. I am gonna go make some cookies with my daughter, get her some lunch, do some more laundry, and I wanted to even make masks for people, like local ambulance companies and stuff like that, but my sewing machine's being a turd face. So if I start making some up, I may list them on Instagram, just as a heads up. So that's all from me. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'll see you guys in April, if not sooner. Maybe I'll do every couple weeks, but I'm still working, so, and it's insane. So be safe. Try to stay in your home, please. Wash your hands, disinfect things, wash things in hot water right now. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you guys later.